I wouldn't say we made it, but we made it through. We just had Moose Mag and we made him do that. I wouldn't say we made it.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Legion of Nerds. I'm Chuck.
I'm Brian.
Today, coming with our after movie discussion for The Wolfman from Leigh, Whannell and Blumhouse. As we usually do, I know it's been a minute since we've done something like this.
Has been a minute.
We will give our initial thoughts and a grade, and then we will go into spoiler discussions. We'll let y'all know before we go into spoiler talk, of course.
So we don't give nothing away.
That's right. Would you like to go first? Initial thoughts and a grade?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, like I said, it was a little different than what I was expecting.
Right.
But it turned out to be a good movie. I mean, story-wise, had a good storyline in it, good character plots in it, every twist and everything in it. Certain things I thought could have been different.
Right.
But that's with every movie. You know how that goes.
Oh, yes.
Every movie, you always say, well, this could have been different, that could have been different. But yeah, I admit it was a good movie.
It was.
For what it was a good movie.
Right.
I mean, my initial thought on it was different, but it did surprise me. So yeah, but out of everything, I'd probably say I'd give it about a low B.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have got a lot higher grade if it would have been different in my mind.
Right.
But again, that's my mind.
Yes. That's all right. My grade's a B plus. I really did like. There was very little dialogue used in the movie.
Very little.
Like, you see what's happening.
Yes.
They're not telling you what's happening.
No.
You get to see it. It wasn't the goriest movie, but man, when it did get gory,
Oh, buddy.
like chills. Like, there was plenty of times I was sitting my, what is, no.
Yeah, that little person in the back of the head wants to say, look away. You're all like, no, hold on.
That's right. You're fighting the whole time. Like, I think Leigh Whannell is really coming on as one of these good horror directors. He did The Invisible Man in 2020, and now he did The Wolfman. I can only imagine what he's gonna do next. I really hope to see more of his takes on like the Universal monsters. He took this movie down an old school storytelling road.
Yes,
it was
he did.
like old school horror. Like it played out throughout the whole movie instead of like giving you something and then
Jumping right in.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
full bore. Oh.
That's right. It was the whole movie, and man, it was fantastic.
It was.
It was for a Wolfman movie. I think it's probably my favorite Wolfman movie since Jack Nicholson played Wolf. I really did like that movie.
See, that was a good movie. I'll give it that one. But see, my Wolfman movie was oh god dang it, the one that was set back in the late 1900s when he was back in England
with Benicio del Toro.
Yes.
Yeah. Like
that
2008.
Yes,
something like that.
And that there, that was an awesome movie.
Yes.
That was my favorite Wolfman movie since growing up.
I like that one too. I think it's just Wolf with Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer. I think it's nostalgia too.
Exactly. But that was, again, we talked about that on the way up here. I mean, it's just different outtakes on different Wolf movies.
Yes.
You know, same thing with vampire movies.
Oh, yeah.
It's just everyone's got a different outtake on it, a different look on it.
That's right. The score and the music, sometimes I'd catch myself being tense just because of the music.
Yes.
The beating.
Yes, or that eerie, I don't know what it was, like chanting almost.
Yes.
And it's like, you're like, what's going on? And he's just walking through the house and you're waiting. You're like, what the hell's going on around this place, dude?
Right. And we talked, and I know you kind of said you didn't really like. I don't want to say you didn't like it. It was just different from what you expected.
Yes.
Like the Wolfman himself.
Yes.
And I really did like where it went and how, like, his transformation. Again, we're not gonna give anything away right now, but I really did like how it was a body horror movie from front to back. Like, this man went through all kind of crazy shit.
Oh, yes, he did. From when it started, when it actually started, it did. He was going through some crap.
Right.
I mean, there was a couple of them times you're like, ooh, okay, dude, that's a little.
That's right. And one of the themes in the undercurrent of this movie is generational curses.
Yes.
And breaking them and how they affect you
Yep.
and what to do after you realize it. Like in a Wolfman movie.
Yeah.
Like, and I think they played that perfectly. Or at least it was close.
Yes.
So close to perfectly.
Yes, because the way we talked about it, it played out. It played out like a generational curse.
Yes, it did. It was great. The way they put that in there, I thought was fantastic,
Yes.
y'all. So I got a B plus, and you got a low B.
Yep.
All right, there's our grades, y'all.
That's a decent grade for a movie.
It is. Like once we start getting into C's, those are the bad ones.
Yes.
And, I know we got somebody trying to join us over here. What's up, man? You didn't go see Wolfman, so go lay down.
Go lay your butt down, man.
Go lay down. I love you.
You just want to be one of the guys.
So, we're going to jump into spoiler talk here and just let it flow. So, if you haven't seen The Wolfman, I get out of here now. Like, you've got our grades. Go see the movie yourself. I advise you to go see the movie.
Perfect's to spoil a lot of this movie.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Because there's a lot we got to talk about.
Yeah. All right, so
questions.
everybody that hasn't seen it, check out now. I'm Chuck. Y'all don't have too much fun.
Later, y'all.
Time for spoiler talk. So,
Yes.
what do you want to start with?
Well, like we were talking about the generational curses.
Yes.
We talked about that. Like from the beginning of the movie, it talks about how his dad was,
With
all
him.
that, and how he's bad, and it shows throughout the movie him trying to be the cuddling, caring
Yes.
father who tends to the daughter.
Yeah, you definitely see how it affected him and how he's changed that.
Yes.
And
it does, like you said, it plays throughout the movie all the way up until the end, and that's the twist at the end that it gives you that you're like, well, wait a minute here.
Yes.
That's kind of, yeah.
Like he became his dad.
Yeah. In the end, he pretty much did.
Yeah.
But
y'all, it's wild. His dad is dead, and he goes to
his cabin that he was given since his dad is dead.
Right, but he grew up in this house or whatever, and he's lived in this house before. But when he got away from his dad, he never went back or anything. So the state declared him dead. Mm-hmm. So he's going back to this house to get the stuff and to actually get away from everything for a while.
Yep.
And come back together as a family and everything.
And on the way there, they run into Derek?
Derek. Like, dude, he grew up
the man
with.
in the treehouse.
That's right, man in the treehouse with the gun. But he grew up with him, actually. Come to find out, he knew who he was. And
that's where it starts getting a little backwoods creepy.
It does. It's a lot backwoods creepy because you go up into the mountains where there's
Ozark Mountains.
No power at night up in the mountains.
No phone signal.
There's no signal. Yeah, one of the first things you learn is there ain't no signal. No, and I loved that because you could just put the phones down and go back to actually making a movie without the cell phones.
Yes.
And that's a perfect example of how to get people in a situation and not be able to call for help.
And that was one thing I'm just now realizing. Throughout that whole damn movie, not one cell phone was used after they hit that mountain frame.
No. When they had the wreck, they lost their phones.
Yeah.
And from that point forward, there was not a cell phone.
And see, that was the craziest thing. That's what I was like, because most of these movies nowadays are like, I have that damn cell phone.
Yeah, when he pulled out that CB, I was like, yeah!
That was heaven. I was like, oh my God, that's old school.
That's right. That's how you do it. Oh, man.
But yeah, it turned out to be, like I said, for what it was, it turned out to be a good movie. It did. Storyline and all that. But like I said, my idea was a little different because it said Wolfman.
Yes.
Like we were talking earlier, to me, this is more like an Appalachian backwoods virus.
Right. He's like the dog man.
Yes.
Again, I mentioned this a minute ago. Like I really liked the transformation and how it went and what he turned into. Especially and it took the whole movie.
Yes.
Like, he lost that one tooth.
And that's when it started
And that's when
going.
it started going downhill for him. Like his mental game changed,
Physical,
his body, like
the boils. Like
Yes.
I said, it took more of a virus type thing on him.
It
because his
did,
body
yeah.
started decaying. It looked like he was losing his hair.
right.
The body horror. That's when it started getting nasty.
Of course, like one of my favorite transformations has got to be an American Werewolf in London.
That was another
Like,
part I was fixing to cop at, because towards the end, like when he went outside after he
Oh, and he was about to.
that was when he started busting his
Like,
jaw and
yeah.
stuff. Man, that was giving me straight up American Werewolf in London vibes.
Right.
Straight up the nails,
Yes. And he had to pull his jaw out.
that was gnarly.
It was.
But that was, I mean, the bone, the cheekbone structure showed it bone, taking shape and
Right.
everything. That was, that was straight to me. That was straight up American Werewolf in London. Straight up, I was like,
The werewolf that got him happened to be his dad, who wasn't dead, but he was a werewolf.
Yes.
Running around the woods as a werewolf. Once he got bit and he started to change, it was weird. But what his dad was, I thought was like great. Like
Yes.
a great incarnation. So I figured that's where he would have went.
eventually.
Yes, he would have got to where his dad was, which I thought it's still not the big snout werewolf. Like it really was more like, the old school Universal monsters where he didn't turn into some big wolf. It was more of a man.
More man than beast, but the
but-
beast is slowly taking over.
Yes, and man, I really did love all that. And
See-
I heard a lot of people saying Julia Garner didn't have anything to do in this movie. Well,
Dude, she did a lot in this movie.
she was the driving force after
Yes.
dude had got like scratched or whatever.
Yep.
Like she was the whole driving force in the movie.
Yeah, because after he got sick and all that, she became what the movie had to focus around, because there was nothing for him to do anymore. Like I said in there, he wasn't. When he would speak, he was speaking in a different language than what she was speaking, throughout the movie, and it's just weird like that.
And that, like, there was a way they portrayed how the werewolf perceives their surroundings.
Yes.
And man, that was fantastic.
Oh, that was amazing.
What they see and how they hear.
Yes.
Like, I really thought that really caught me by surprise, and it was a great surprise. It's seriously one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Every time it would swap to his
view,
I was just, man, it was great.
Yes,
Like,
I loved it every time, because that portrayal of what the other people look like, and the environment and everything around it was dark to us, but it was vibrant and light and bright to him. And see, that was one of those. I was expecting the red overlap with the blood, the pumping through the veins and stuff like that. But no, this was a great relief and change for it. It was like you said, it was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Yes.
They did it. Gave us a different look at it. Okay.
Right.
That's a different way of looking at the night.
The daughter, I don't remember the actress that played her, but she was fantastic too. She didn't have a lot to do.
No.
But she played her role great.
Yes.
And the music. Again, Benjamin Wallfish did the music on this movie, and let me tell you what, I want more from him. Mm-hmm. I think he's doing Until Dawn as well.
Okay. Ooh, then that'll be a nice little setup. We'll get some more of them little creepy undertones and stuff going again.
I don't know if he's done a lot of movies before this, but this was the movie that made him noticeable to me.
Yeah.
And from now on, I will remember this name, and I will, because I stayed for the credits just to see who did the music and who did the score. Benjamin Wallfish. I'm telling you, I'm going to start looking into his stuff and seeing.
He did a great job with this movie.
It's great.
Like, seriously, he said, again, the music sets up a movie. It's perfect.
Right.
A good undertone for a movie, a soundtrack, tones, all that will set it up perfectly, set everything up for it. Your jump scares, your horror, your blood, and he did it.
Yes.
He did it.
And
the body horror, I mean,
there wasn't really a lot of jump scares.
No.
Like,
no.
they really went old school horror storytelling with this movie, and I enjoyed it so much. And it's probably because I'm old school.
Yes.
Give me more Leigh Whannell and old school horror.
Yes. That story of not just flash and prod and everything built, just tell us the story throughout the whole thing.
Right.
Don't just, like you said, don't just throw us a little splash here then say, okay, we're going full bore. Tell me the story.
And they did it great.
Yes, they did.
I really hope this movie does well and they keep it going.
It has potential to do good. It does have potential to do good. It just depends on how people look at it.
Yeah.
Because, it is. It's got... If you look at it, it's the whole father protecting his daughter, or the mother and the love that he has for the family,
right.
or it's got pretty much the family basis in it.
Yes,
and then, like I said, the generational curse.
Yes, I was so surprised that we were going to challenge generational curses in a Wolfman movie. And I think they did it great.
They did do it great.
They did it, and because it definitely had me walking out thinking about it.
Yes.
And it really was a twist at the end, because throughout the whole movie I was thinking about the generational curse, and he actually becomes
what his dad turned into.
Yeah, what his dad was, and that's what you never want to do, of course.
Yep.
He didn't do it on purpose, but his dad turned him into that.
Yep. So he ended up becoming his dad without actually meaning to become his dad.
Right.
And then that's the neat thing, because at the end of the movie, towards the end, when he kills his dad and figures out that it's his dad, he realizes, wait a minute, I'm just like my dad.
That's right. And he was already half monster, and and one of the questions I would really like to sit down and ask is, after he killed his dad, did he still know who his kid and his wife was? Was he not trying to kill them? Was he really just trying to get them to kill him so it'd be over with?
Yeah, because we talked about that on the way back.
Right.
Because after he killed his dad, whenever he went out and transformed a little further into what he became.
Yeah, and then that's when we got them walking around the house, and she had the light, and there was just him or her and the daughter.
Oh,
and the light flashes back to the daughter, and he's just right here. Like a dog, just and everybody's like, no!
It was a good one. It was a good one, because it's nothing, because most times you see people that are hiding in the hallway or hiding behind the person. No, this dude was just sitting down by the daughter what's up?
That's right.
Chilling. Just chilling.
And man, it was creepy.
It was.
Man.
It was a good creep. It wasn't a jump. It was a creep out. We'll call it that. It was a creep out. It wasn't a jump scare. It was a creep out.
Yeah.
That's that's creepy as hell.
Yeah, because there were some older ladies in the theater with us that was just like, oh my God. It was great. Oh, man.
They did. They made it a little more interesting. Can't lie about that.
That's right.
It's all good, though. Much love towards the older women.
You got a favorite part?
Favorite part, because I ain't gonna lie, man, just about every time he went into that dark, or when he saw it through his eyes,
from his perspective.
Yes, that was pretty much one of my highlights of the movies every time. But if we're just gonna say just a favorite part, man, I'm gonna have to say, man, him chewing through his foot.
Oh my God.
Dude.
And we talked about this. Leigh Whannell directs this movie, right? Leigh Whannell's the one that sawed his ankle off. Let me tell you what, the Wolfman chews his ankle off.
Oh my God. Dude. You hear it.
Oh my God. That's right. He gets stuck in like a bear trap, and he's trying to get out, and he ends up just chewing it off.
It's worse than the arm scene.
Oh, man. Woo.
Oh yeah, there's a part where he starts going after his arm and he starts chewing on it. But no, that foot scene was worse, man. Oh God. Oh, it was.
It was pretty bad.
But
then he was running on his knee on that leg. He was like a three-legged dog.
Stomping it.
Man.
Stumpy was going, buddy. Stumpy
Yes, he was.
going.
He wasn't giving up. My favorite part, I said this in the theater too, was when they first got there and the dad that we found out, the first werewolf, is running around outside the house and they're trying to keep him in, and he pulls him through the doggy door.
Oh. When they're both standing at the door, kind of like on the other side, kind of like,
That's right.
what's up?
The werewolf their arm come through the doggy door, and I was like, oh, going through the doggy door.
You don't see shit like that. You don't see stuff like that. Come on. How many movies you see where a dude goes through the doggy door and grabs somebody?
That's right.
You don't. It was a good part. It was. Yeah, they did. It got the whole theater going on that one.
Oh, it was great. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the whole transformation from front to back was fantastic.
Yes.
It really was.
It's a different look for a different aspect of.
Yes, but I mean, like the body horror aspect.
Yes.
Because it was like step by step. He kept
Slow
going through something even worse. That was his hair.
Yep.
Like the cut turned, like his skin just peeled off.
Decay. Yeah. I don't know what it was.
And so it was
then the facial. I mean, you saw the swelling and the boils and everything on his head, and him losing the hair.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad.
It was great though.
It was. I want some more of those. I ain't gonna lie. You need to get whoever did the graphics for that, for their body horror stuff, man. You need to put him in some more movies.
Oh yes.
Get him making some more of that, man, because that was.
And when we get off here, we'll figure out who it was.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, buddy, because give a shout out to that guy.
That's right.
That was just straight up rough.
Oh, man.
It almost had me turn away.
Almost, but not quite.
Like I said, dude, you can hear the bone crunch.
Yes. Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts, go into the movie with an open mind, because it's not your thought of werewolf movie or Wolfman movie.
That's right.
It's actually a different aspect of it. It turned out to be a good movie in it. On that one, I say it. Go watch it. Enjoy it. We did.
Oh, yes, so much. My final thoughts are get up and go see it now. If you're still here and you haven't seen it, I'm sorry.
Man, it's not like you ain't got nothing better to do if you're sitting here watching it.
Go see it. It is well worth the watch.
Yes.
Well worth your hour and 43 minutes. And it goes by like
pretty quick.
Like that.
Yeah,
like they did great.
It's really not a slow movie. It's a steady movie.
Yes, it's straight solid. Man, they didn't waste. There really wasn't any waste of anything.
There was no waste of time. Like I said, it was from the beginning just steady all the way through to the end.
That's right. And their $25 million budget went a long way. The movie looked great too.
It did.
Like looked real great.
Except for the Twilight background. Sorry, I just couldn't resist that one because it did.
Yeah. Oh man, low B, B plus. Go get it. Go see it. Go see it now. That's right.
And you'll enjoy it.
That's right. If you like what we do here, give me that thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get all the nerdy goodness. I've been Chuck.
I'm Brian.
We're the Legion of Nerds. Y'all don't have too much fun.